Hmm. Huh. Hmm. Huh. Hmm.
Shines on! Inazuma shines eternal!
Temple of Wisdom!
As one with wind and cloud! Into the wind!
Now you're testing my patience.
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is.
I'm sure I've forgotten something. Not to worry, I'll simply send someone to fetch it. As soon as I remember what it was. I have to stifle a smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of my plans today. Panic-stricken, but unable to muster the courage to say anything in opposition. Yes, this was a fine idea. Ah.
If you're not sure what to do...
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Go, Barbara, go! Let the show begin.
You are not welcome here. Time to go.
No! Carry my lava!
Into the wind.
This
Adorn my night.
Go, Barbara, go! Let's dance!
Judgment is upon us. One with wind and cloud. Time to go. You are not one with nature. Let's end this now. Into the wind.
Temple of Wisdom!
The wind knows me. Adorn my night. Your sins weigh upon your soul.
Into the wind, testing my patience.
Time to go.
Go, Barbara, go!
My judgment has failed.
The wind knows me. One with wind and cloud.
Luck can swing the results of a single game, but it's bound to run out sooner or later.
I see everything. Everyone hold hands. Ha!
Good deeds and bad. In the end, all will be placed upon the scales.
Shower me with praise.
There is no escape. Now you shall perish.
Time to shine. How dare you! Make yourselves a rule.
Judgment is upon us.
Illusion shattered.
Witness my power.
Inazuma strength eternal. Shine down.
Now testing my patience.
Detached from the world.
Upon your soul. We'll meet again.
Illusion shattered.
The Temple of Wisdom.
You are not
Born to oblivion.
Judgment is upon us.
Make yourselves a rule.
Penance is due. You stand condemned. Through me, justice is served.
Apparently not. Am I?
There is no escape.
In death, a new cycle begins.
Don't bite off more than you can chew.
Now you shall perish. There is no escape. Shine down. Torn to oblivion. Illusion shattered.
You are not welcome. Judgment is upon us.
Now you shall perish!
Just wait for a little bit.
Now you test my patience. Sever!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Need justice!
Under false.
There is no escape!
Go, Barbara, go! Make yourselves at home. Let the show
You are
start.
not welcome.
Wait for a little bit.
I'll uproot you!
There is no escape!
I'm getting
Now you shall perish! Shine down! Illusion shattered!
I'll uproot you!
I see everything. Go, go, go. Steady. Go.
Keep up.
To oblivion!
Just out the move!
Out of my way! Illusion shattered! The bond is strong!
Gotcha!
Now you shall perish! Lightning terrified! Shine down! The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. Dad asked...
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local. Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way,
Great! We came to the right person!
but the chance of success is incredibly small.
Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water supply soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reached the end. Then, I blacked out. But, to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was? Why?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liu Ichising. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. Loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, Unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your plans of trying to get there. You should know that the sea around Inazuma, and even if you...
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot.
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation, but if you really are set on going, there is one thing you... That's not what I meant. Voyaging far and...
You're right. But Paimon wonders if she'll be willing to take the risk.
The Alcor is the...
Then there's over here. Let the show begin. You're toast! Chip on up! Cue the spotlight! Nice and spicy! Surprise! Look at it sparkle! I'll protect us. Huh? Just as I expected. as I expected.
Oh, if it isn't the Traveler in Paimon. I knew you guys would come.
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... yes, the stars.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be... only if the mood...
Hey,
Oh, wait a minute.
the Crux class, they're too important. So, you've got nothing to worry about too. You can't take part if you've got... and with Liu...
But,
Well, before you get this, it's a...
Supplied by my...
is there really such thing as a...
When a vision... As for whether...
Yep. And the way organizing the clash. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very...
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You... want to go there?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor. Up to...
You just want her to take part in your tournament.
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the net.
What are we gonna do? Looks like...
Great.
It seems like it...
sign up. Let's see who the other competitors are. Later said that they had to be renowned fighters. Who will we be up against? Hello? Are you here to compete in the Crux Clash?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then it'll allow just anyone to take part. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns up for show over skill is gonna get their butt handed to them. Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard a rule about that. So, Paimon's wondering, are you a renowned fighter?
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit. Oh yeah.
Also, that doesn't sound like the most official tournament out there.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? It's been going on for years. There were plenty of competitors when I took part. Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape. I soon sorted them out. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. They didn't know what hit them. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, the big guy pulled out a knife. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us. I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered 2 to 1, but I still got the upper hand. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course, but the fact remains that I did manage to subdue the both of them, and hand them over to the Millilith. I received quite the commendation. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day's work. Alright, we're gonna keep looking around.
I'll see you in the...
Hi there.
That's right. Nothing beats real-life but this tournament is more than just
Exactly.
His master...
famous. He's the founder of the Ling Shan clan. He's got to be to the Ling Shan...
Forced to spur...
It's a type of breed, for example.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and we're still getting to grips with the very basics. There's no way we could use it proficiently yet.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress soon, we'll probably run out of money to pay the tuition fees and still have nothing to show for all our training.
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a...
But here we are. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhu.
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can...
Well, we have to...
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, the Ling Shan clan will go down in history. Folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all of Liyue.
See you in the arena.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too? If so, seems I found myself another new adversary.
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk away as a champion. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the puzzle that is my life. No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I am looking to become a perfect person. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far, without any setbacks. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and seemed to get on with just about everyone socially. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. I know I haven't reached perfection yet. A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So, they very kindly made special arrangements on my behalf. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, really, to have so many good friends in my neighborhood. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. As a high achiever by nature, I'm confident I've done enough to guarantee my victory. Ha! You don't mince your words, do you? The arena will be the judge. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really average.
Chinksa Village arm wrestling champion, huh? All right, you're signed up. Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
I have to ask, aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god? It's really her!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get her autograph later.
I trust you are aware that, only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most dangerous situations imaginable, face off against all sorts of monsters, even the F2P, and always come out on top.
Yep, she still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. Now, could I ask you to provide a few claims to fame? It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part of the sign-up process. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, and also a dragon, too! Put down Battle with Storm Terror.
Whoa.
Might as well declare her the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling track record I've ever seen. By a long shot. Right, your registration is complete. Now, a brief word about the prize. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing. To win the tournament and claim—
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beidou promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first I've heard of it.
Beidou must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beidou in advance, then? Well, nobody expected you to sign up to a tournament like this. I can hardly believe it myself, to be honest. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave you to your preparation.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearers rule in this tournament. Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate the elements without one. So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, just to avoid any misunderstandings. In any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty easy for you to win, even without using any elements, right? Alright,
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you good?
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. Her first bout begins now!
You? You're the hero they're talking about?
what a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won... La da da da.
This world is...
Come on, let's go sign up.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha? She totally dominated that guy and did it with style, too.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from serious harm.
Well, I fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show she put on just now, she's more than convinced me of her ability. So come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to...
All right. Let me think how to act. You fought well.
All right. You know, and since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than... For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, you must be itching to fight someone in your league too, right? So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy system if we just skip straight to the semifinals.
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade her otherwise. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
Huh. To be...
All right, I'm gonna watch... We're finally here, folks.
Your opponent, you may well be... Very well.
All right, that's...
If we would keep your voice...
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament. I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure you are fully prepared before you begin.
Relax. My girl's at the top of her game. She ain't gonna lose.
Don't worry. Take some...
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
It's a fury! Well taught!
I'm sweating all over. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to...
Right! For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid, but mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods. I don't envy it.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that masterless vision?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters and see who was the strongest. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't often have the pleasure of experiencing defeat.
Wow! Now that's true strength talking.
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be stronger next time.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals? Is it gonna be someone even tougher than you?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extremely quick. So don't get too cocky.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Ah, it's you! I myself was eliminated in the third round. Shame. If only I could have advanced one more round.
Maybe next time, huh? By the way, do you happen to know who else advanced to the final round?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent, quick on his feet and swift to take advantage of his opponent's missteps. I faltered for but a brief moment, but before I knew it, he had me on the floor. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a nimble, agile opponent such as him, I found myself completely out of my league. Still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
Go.
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over the place. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge?" But he was pretty much out cold by that point and couldn't reply. "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't quite mastered it yet. Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I got back, my scheduled match time had already passed and I had to forfeit. I don't dare tell my master about this, otherwise I'd never hear the end of it. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the moment, so I probably won't be able to help you with whatever you were here to ask me about.
Oh, alright then. Hope your buddy makes a swift recovery. Hang in there.
Thanks, I'll do my best.
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go to...
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly commendable. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind, and it could have cost you the match. But you were quick to adapt, and managed to claim victory over your opponent. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet, and the pattern of your breathing. But it is nothing remarkable, for I discerned nothing more than Captain Beto did.
He's right. But in my case, I was purely relying on previous experience. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think they'll be stronger than the one we faced in the semifinals?
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have something unique about their style. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. It's also obvious that he's seen his fair share of battles. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. Let's go somewhere a little quieter, shall we? I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inazuma, I was a wandering samurai.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who's used to waving a sword around.
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in acquiring a surplus skill? I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. I do possess some knowledge regarding your opponent's particular skill set. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to bring your opponent down.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know your enemy. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feats require more than just bravery alone.
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? In return, nature also leaves its traces upon you. However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about you elude me still. These are the things I am curious to know about. Come with me. Some post-match entertainment is in order. Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single element, but multiple. Is that correct?
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met. You've known all along.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say, it would cause some unwanted misunderstandings. If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a match. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. I mean these things in the truest sense possible. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind and the whispers of the leaves. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you. Nothing more.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision, and not to mention your incredibly complex scent, like that of some mysterious being.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell! It's weird!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon just told her whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, she just naturally learned to use the elements through it all. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet reveal something to me. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair exchange. Now then, let's test your skills, shall we?
You lead the way.
Let's dance.
Power that ended life!
Boba, get
Ship on up!
nice and spiky. Be amazed. Over here. La, 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 la.
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Even with your opponent's speed, he shouldn't be able to overwhelm you. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find impossible. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponents. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attacks should pose no threat to you. Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your command of the elements that defies all known principles. The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems, and one will always encounter that which is still unknown.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you so intent on exploring the connection between visions and the elements?
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the gods, and what influences the gods' decision to grant humans these visions. My apologies. You must be completely in the dark regarding such matters. For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways, I am willing to answer any So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, visions are in the outset. Supposing, not to mention, with no new
She sounds...
As far as I know, Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within. It goes without saying that the people locked within.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the With time. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon forgot all about the tournament!
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return to Very well. Let's go. I wish to see who will obtain the vision.
Race you!
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the we've seen many now I'd like she's wow! I'm sure but today's as for our other come on. Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll—
Wait a moment. Something does— Captain Beidou, Traveler.
Let me see. It's gone all right. The vision is missing.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would dare do such a thing in broad daylight?
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross Captain Beidou.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature. The culprit has only acted recently. They will not have gotten far. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility.
Well, I'll stay here.
If you would, please come with me.
But...
Come with me.
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen. The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
You're open!
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me!
No boat could ever match the speed of
The wind, drat! If I only had a vision! Or, if I could...
This has nothing Additionally, you're chosen. In other words...
You...
But most disappointed, it appears that the
Fine! I've had my eye. I'd intended to, after watching the since there was no use, I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my Drat. I know an empty... Fine.
You know, according to the... Not to mention, it seems that...
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go that...
If this is where talking gets me, then forget...
What are you trying to do?
Out of the frying pan! Surprise!
Yeah. Just a temporary setback.
No, no! Do what you want!
Put down the vision.
Huh?
What's wrong? It's up to you.
No, no.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it. Were you just trying to scare him?
I take no pleasure when people are forced into a corner. That is when their greatest... But unfortunately... Yes. From the moment I've tried many of the few tales after seeing... Come, why don't you give it a try? I see. No matter. This what...
Yeah, what?
The story begins. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, "There must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow." Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenchukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is but as a wandering samurai. I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the warrior way in my heart.
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying I do as I please. All right then, it's time we returned. Allow me to gather...
Huh? Did Beta leave already? Maybe...
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ni. It seems that the Captain Beto was muttering. But still...
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent. He knew he stood no... In which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear...
Huh? If that's...
Paimon, that...
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes...
Yes, but the voyage to... In fact...
Hold on a second.
Let us not forget, suffice it to... In the meantime...
Paimon believes...
Thank you. One final...
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Is that correct? Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any current intel that would be worth sharing with you.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? Oh, is that right? Well, it's an honor to meet you. The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, we can get underway. Captain Beidou sent me to come.
Seems Beidou...
Of course! There are many things that the captain insists upon.
So you'll be heading off then? Weather the journey until we meet again. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oh, it's kinda hard...
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive?
I'll be awaiting you.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See?
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid for...
Okay.
Just following orders.
All clear as far as the eye can see. All clear as far as the eye can see.
Ah, you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already. Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
Ahoy there.
It's hard to remain on...
So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. It seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these Outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Fair seas, Captain Beto. Bye-bye!
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hands?
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be new here. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Currently, only members of the International Trade Association are authorized to engage in the import and export of goods. Do you have your trader's permits? My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
So, where do we go next?
The Outlander, they don't... Well, as the words, not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. Now, let's... Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency? Both of you?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here!
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of speech. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth!
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy. Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this close nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like just staying alive is...
I see. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you'll encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Uh-huh. And is that likely?
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Really? Wow! The Rito Fixer's better connected than we thought!
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. Connections come at a high price, you understand? In fact, I like to do things in a way...
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon.
Here's the situation. Recently, the head of the association...
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose. Good.
We heard...
Yes.
The Sakup...
But it's not the... No, those Mora grubbers from the...
Oh...
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason,
Crystal...
Eventually. So, but then we found... Exactly. It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happens... But this is a Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you an awful lot at the moment.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do?
I've actually done... Hey, if...
Got it!
I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals? So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Kurisu and his associates sent their waste.
Hey, what?
Get out of here.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
No? Well, by all means. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite... Oh, that guy? He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get... I can only assume he must have... Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
What a bummer.
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he left the association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most...
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
This is the Outlander Affairs Agency. Why in the world can't I use my proof of identification ready?
Entering standby mode. I hope nobody disturbs me.
Why in the world can't I use my permit? Please have your documents and proof of identification ready. Why in the world can't I use my permit? This is the Outlander Affairs Agency. Please have your documents and proof of identification ready. Why in the world can't I use my permit? Agency. Please have your documents and proof of identification ready.
the world can't I use my permit?
This is the Outlander Affairs Agency. Please have your documents and proof of identification ready.
Seems Lenny is saying some strange things again. It's really worrying.
Why in the world can't I use my permit?
Any Outlanders are having trouble. This is the Outlander Affairs Agency. Please have your documents and proof of identification ready.
Why in the world can't I use my permit?
Entering standby mode.
This is the Outlander
I hope
Affairs
nobody
Agency.
disturbs me.
Please have your documents and proof of identification ready.
Why in the world can't I use my permit?
This is the Outlander Affairs Agency. Please have your documents and proof of identification ready.
Why in the world can't I use my permit?
Which one should I choose?
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt. Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back. Ah, my hometown, the home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit.
It's working!
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to. Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already!
You mean the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves, the calls of the merchants. Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right. Oh, look at them floating up into the sky.
This guy has a...
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make... You mean, often I run into folks from the association where... Don't you think... So, I caved. All right.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed...
So come on.
It's a scheme by... They start by overtaxing the merchant. Once the merchants run...
It's just...
I'm their puppet, yes. Evidence. Now that I think as it happens...
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him!
Should I close
If you want to taste Mondstadt,
It's not like I'll
great
get any
wines,
customers.
then look no further than Sailing Green.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Should I close early? It's not like I'll get any customers.
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the Trade Association clique still needs to be brought into line. What was that sound?
Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must be hearing things. Drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
What could he be doing at a place like this?
It looked like he buried something over there, didn't it? Why don't we take a look? Whoa, it's a ledger. Boring! Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Let me take a look here. Aha! Yes! This is what we're looking for.
Great! Well, now we have our hard evidence. Let's go tell Karisu the good news.
I'll say goodbye to you here then.
Huh? You aren't gonna come with us?
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face the head of the association. I'm sorry.
Huh. Poor Werner's a pretty awkward guy, huh?
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing left for us to do but starve.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no And who are you? Another new member of the association?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone all about how you embezzled crystal marrow to sell it right back to the taxpayers.
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you see, the taxes,
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? Every payment the Association has made is right here in your personal ledger. So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do.
So you think you can use this against me?
Word has it that Samurai and the Commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm...
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true, what do you suggest we do about it?
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession. Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us merchants could finally have some more breathing room.
Is that it?
Oh, do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden? Oh, fuck.
And not even an ounce of shame for his actions.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now.
Come on, Harrison. We've all...
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't...
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone
Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor
A helping hand?
Oh, and you seized the
Uh-oh.
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this? If there's a dispute to resolve, let's get a drink and talk it over.
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I join you for a...
You never heard of the Fixer?
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission.
Shh.
Huh. Well...
Of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young lady of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun.
That fan. I don't need any
But...
Enough!
Let's get dinner one day soon, no response.
Thank you so much, Toma.
If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully in the future.
Toma? What was all that?
Shh, not here. Too many people listening. Let's move somewhere else. Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are rotten to the core. All right, time for me to answer your questions. Straight to the point. Let me reintroduce. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island. I'm an attendant of the Shirasagi Himegimi.
You've been keeping your true identity a secret from us this whole time? So...
Correct. I'm just someone who was
Seems like she must be super...
Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato, despite the fact that he's the current head of the clan. I suppose those who treat others with compassion... You're asking the right questions. And to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark any more than is necessary. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month...
Still pretty...
Inazuma may have closed, so that is...
Change the...
In the test I navigating... With your help, even the Vision Hunt decree... That's an unexpected... Yes, of course.
Toma sure didn't put up much of a fight.
Good luck with it.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? We should get going. Huh? What's up? Oh, right! Paimon forgot all about that! Wait, so... Did Toma forget that... Oh, darn it! As soon as we...
Stop there! Present your travel permits.
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narukami Island. It's kinda urgent.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll get. Those are the rules.
As expected. Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito? Are you saying we should go and meet with the Kanjo Commissioner? Guess it can't hurt to try. Even if Paimon has a few choice words to say about his subordinates. Who knows?
Halt! This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office. No trespassers.
We're here to see, the Kanjo Commissioner?
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains Outlanders. Leave now or we'll be forced to...
Ah, wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to give them the usual spiel. Come on in. Let's see what we can do for you.
Did you get all that, mister?
My sincere apologies.
I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner and head of the Hiragi clan.
Nice to meet you, So, the reason we wanted to come and see you was because...
All right.
So what you're saying is...
Absolutely.
Exactly!
And I hear you also foiled a F2P plot in Liyue Harbor. Even beat one of their harbingers in it.
Whoa!
As I thought.
Something wrong?
No. Rito is greatly honored. One other.
Oh, sure! No problem!
Excellent. Well, you must know that...
Yep!
Yes, bring me...
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
Too much trouble, is it? Then how about...
That sounds much...
709 letters, to be precise.
Hey, what gives? How come...
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that? Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
That's the spirit. Don't keep me waiting too long now.
You're seriously considering taking this job? The terms are ridiculous!
Halt, you two!
Huh?
Miss Hiragi has a...
A letter? Quick! Let Paimon see! So this means she wants you, but you didn't seem surprised at all by this, huh?
Surprise!
You finally arrived. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Hiragi Chisato. This is technically the second time we have met. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Wow. She's the daughter of the hero?
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your accomplishments, and at last we have the chance to meet.
Is it Paimon, or does something seem a bit off here?
The reason why
Discuss what?
I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like
No, I was hoping that you could... My father has always... There is... Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I secretly overheard a conversation. They seem to be discussing how to keep you here. We don't have much time. Very well. I'll be waiting for you at the border. I'm counting on you to deliver my letter. Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct. These goods have been repeatedly requested by the Kanjo Commissioner. We must be...
Is there something wrong, Lady Hiragi?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and has ordered that myself and an additional qualified escort be dispatched.
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort this shipment personally?
Please, do...
Yes, of course.
Now, do you really
Boy!
Yes, my lady.
Shinojo, you can't...
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our...
Yes, but that's...
Well then...
Yes.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as you handle it! You're toast! Trip on up!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Power that ended Python!
Nice and spicy!
Monsters sighted. Prepare to counterattack. Protect Lady Hiragi at all costs.
We'll take care of this! Stay with Chisato! Boba, get them!
Becomes the hunted.
Nice!
Watch out! More monsters inbound! Lady Hiragi, stay close.
Let the show begin.
To ashes!
Let the magic begin!
You're open.
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to grant you...
My lady?
So that's how it is.
No, Lady...
I'm not afraid to say...
The one...
Shinojo.
What? No, I was just...
You two needn't worry.
Yes.
But...
Don't fret. I wish you...
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
All right.
he would meet us again. Oh, right! Komori Tea House! Step on up! Surprise! Over here! According to the letter, this—
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm a—
Wait! We're at the—
Well then.
Are our clothes really so—
In which case?
Well, that sounds more— Well, now that we're here, where's Toma? Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax. Huh.
Now that you mention it,
All right. I've had my fun.
hey! You're—
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you, so I came up with... But, it helped us determine whether or...
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, let me just say that naturally, a long time ago, we had a friend who was much the... so you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more bright. Yes, but before that, there is one other...
Oh?
I would like you...
Surprise! This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt Decree are put into the statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt Decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is, as for Inazuma, it's the right and the eternity as such. The Shogun,
Seems like
of course, perhaps whatever the, and this step.
But if that's the...
And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt Decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. All right, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally! Step on up! Surprise! the place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guest. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the Shirazage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at? Behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Please forgive my lack of... I have awaited your arrival at present, though the a commission's traveler. Lend us your power, and we can... Oh.
See, milady, it's just...
No, please! Wait! I will introduce...
What are your...
They pertain to...
A warrior who guards...
Correct. Please, do all you can to...
Step on up! Let's see.
Why are you doing this?
Precise. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see.
Ah, you must also Tejima keeping out the... But now, we will go...
If you want my opinion, it's clear that Tejima... I can't claim to fully understand. Truth be told...
Seems like he's a well-respected... One day, I'll be as great as... You must be Tejima!
Me? True. And what made me want... I don't have answers. In the past...
Okay. Oh,
Oh, that... Oh, yes! Yeah.
Perfect!
If you don't mind...
Tea is ready. Now it's time for a short rest. One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji.
This looks like Teijin. Let's see what today I went Huh? I went to now that's So this is but anyway, here we are! The soil must be some... It looks... Konda Village. Huh. But he's been here... Well...
Well, I'll be... Still, over the year, how could I have... Love? Regret? No. After all, it's as if she'd never been in my... Although, when I think about how cute... I shall...
Tejima seems to be deep. Seems it's that certain. At least we were... According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission. They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's...
I'll ask one...
The entire... How many times...
You dare?
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
What? We heard the...
I see. This is Kurosawa. In the past, he's keeping the...
No one seems to... It's no wonder all the...
This must... Maybe we should talk...
I don't know whether... My own family can barely get by as it is. No, that's the...
Well, that's true.
To be perfect, all I know is the end.
Does it have to...
I didn't... To top it all up, if you don't believe...
But we better... We should be...
Atsuko.
We really outdid our... All those samurai... You haven't. Today's just... You demand!
These seem like the treasure... Go, Barbara, go! Let's dance!
Another test subject. Have a little... The wrong test subject.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss.
Not bad, kid. Kurosawa. So he's the one.
So what
Food supply. I didn't want anyone up, but now that you've...
You've got it!
Huh?
What the...
There's...
Yeah, and they all seem to be... We better talk. As for you...
So, we were... Shut it.
welcome, or perhaps... so...
Whoa! How did
Let me think. Kurosawa, however...
So that... But why did...
Well, if you... Kurosawa, so he did...
Wow. And no one...
People's attitude... of course. As for... If you're still curious, I see... Most unfortunate.
Sword?
Oh, I've asked him about... Why don't you ask... Oh, but...
But you...
Don't worry. I won't
At least we now know. Let's go talk...
Over here!
I presented them with a choice. It turned out, did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders?
That just about sums it up.
Strange. Why was I purchasing him? But I could not deny that when this sword, I remember what did he... It would seem all I can and...
Hey! Can you recognize the words?
Virtue? Somehow those taking on seeming... But what you... The Tenryo Commission sees me in the irony of I'm incapable...
Yet another... When we get the... In any case, we must never let him sell off the... Yeah. Fortunately, let's go find the... The third person? Paimon heard this is his dote?
Nanako, don't worry. Those thugs that...
Maybe, but things have gotten dangerous.
It's just because he's...
Hey there!
Who are you? I don't care whether you're... Don't make me draw my blade.
No! You got it so wrong. We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep, but then we got...
Please. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently. I see you. Sensei's name... Though self, he once said that... And so... But then...
Not long ago. He says Junior and I... But if I'm
The Grand Nara...
You haven't heard of it? Not that we'd have any... So don't worry, Nanako. The exorcism will take place this evening.
So...
Shh. So just now, when she asked him who the... It looked like he was in... All the while he kept... One of them was... Sensei wouldn't stop. The ritual has now... Please, excuse...
Huh? Who's that? We won't let them get... Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicion...
How? Unless...
excuse... And what are you doing?
Bad news? I don't care to talk.
His senior?
Anzai. Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish to see Dope. When we were young, I had begun training practitioners, but Domo, Sensei scolded. I thought so. Only then did I... He was
Sure sounds...
Because until he arrived, of all the disciples, Domon's are later. After that, I wanted... So, I decided to... So you see... Okay. You've heard my story.
Seems still...
What? You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just...
Nanako, please.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty, and all is...
Lady...
The head... Correct. I am unable to.
Excuse.
That won't be I must leave now.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai?
Do you mean to say that?
No, that's not what I meant. I just mean, given that you've traveled all this way just.
Sure, who knows?
Rainy days are perfect for spacing out.
Over here! Step on up!
Do you think also, is it just...
Keep away. I gave up the art of the sword.
As you can see, Domon has
Lady Yai, this is nothing
I'm sorry, but... yeah, unable to cope as one who is thrown. As for what has
stripped of his...
Your school practice, stillness of mind, free... There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly unagitated?
Lady Yai, I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the sword master is filled with twists. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei. To think he's...
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Ansai.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Ansai? Where did he come from? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Ansai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip—
But what if one day I put everything I had into trying to become the best? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until—
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness.
You see? Being stripped of your ambition is something that's so— just as you are not in the same position that—
I'm sorry to have made you worry. I no longer have the resolve to— But as your sensei, this is my promise.
You can count on that. But I am now used to— well—
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Ooh, Lady Yai, she seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that. We can come back to it another—
Narukami, please. See that he stays safe.
Surely that child isn't flocking on.
Rainy days are perfect for spacing out.
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Huh? Huh?
Traveler, Paimon, it is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincere—
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help them. Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
Because now that you have done the three things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka?
Back to the matter at hand. Thunders roll, but I believe that surely you understand. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to You will? Really? Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you she wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komori Tea House? We ought not to involve other members of the Yashiro Commission.
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me? The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications whatsoever. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting a...
Yes. Many to say a little, but I do wonder... The Almighty she inspires, it was her own... Of course, they invar... It almost make...
Ooh!
Oh?
Have you got a...
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please.
So...
Well, for example...
You're telling...
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. The problem we are
Darn!
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that Exactly. I feel the same way. When you are ready.
Just hand it over. You don't want... If you think... Believe me.
So this is the Vision Hunt Decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch... Psst. Huh? Come on! What's going on? Shh! Quiet! Hey! Huh?
Shh.
What?
No worries. You put on quite the convince.
Oh, so...
Think nothing of it. Oh, right.
Practically everyone on Hanami's...
Whoa.
Stop. As for his handiwork...
Yes,
Huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say. But if I... So, what about...
Sure.
Seems like... So?
Whoa.
Not bad, huh?
Time to...
Surprise!
Now that we're in...
Come on. I certainly... We should... Yes,
Keep going.
Booba, get them!
Dodge this!
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Talk about a big door! It seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Nice and spicy! Power that isn't touched on!
I must withdraw.
Booba, get them!
I'll protect us.
Don't get frostbite.
Nice and spicy!
Freeze! I've been bested.
Booba, get them!
battle formation!
Let's dance! Out of the frying pan!
Cool it! I've lost!
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Cool it! This moment will be frozen in time! I must withdraw. Teach me a lesson. Soldiers, quick!
Goba, get them!
Freeze! Don't hold Watch your step!
Nice and spicy!
I dare
Eat this!
Allow me! It's like you cannot match my bravery! Cool it! Don't frostbite! Don't hold back! This!
I'll protect us.
Watch your freeze! Allow me. It's like I've been bested.
Eyes on me!
I need to train harder.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Brace yourself. Show me what you've got.
Nice and spicy. Let's dance.
Cool it.
Out of the frying pan.
Watch your step. It's like this. Show me what you've got. Freeze. Show me what you've got.
Goba, get them.
I must withdraw. Allow me. Watch your step.
You're toast.
Cool it. I need to train harder. I've been bested. Dodge this.
Now I got stomach cramps. let the show
Power that ended Paishan!
Freeze!
Let's dance.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Look over there. That must be Master Masakatsu.
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool us?
Locking you up was just the beginning.
No!
Oh no! If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast...
Hey, you...
Ma'am.
We were just teaching him a little lesson.
Huh?
That's Gojo Sara, adopted daughter.
Make way, let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well...
Yes.
If you are
Yes.
Oh. Hey, this Sir Yoimiya.
Who is that? Quick, going in.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. I didn't mean. Don't worry, I've got us covered.
Huh? Was that Nick?
It sounded like...
Quick, let's hurry!
The fun...
Fireworks aren't just for... Well, fireworks are my...
Look, the coast...
Master Masakatsu,
Come on! Oh.
Yes, he's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical... But remember, once he's recovered...
well... You can bet we'll do all we can to keep that from...
Yes.
Master Masakatsu,
Don't worry.
thank you.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to Right. It seems that... How about
I see. I wonder if we should
Unlikely. Don't forget, in her eyes, if our true...
True. We are now... You're turning out to be even more reliable than we expected.
Indeed, but if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunter, it is time we make
There's no need. Things seem to... yes, and the
A ceremony, you say?
I don't know, but...
Being in a Toma.
I'd say, funny.
A hot bot?
Simply put, then we take it into anyone who gets... Don't you think it's...
You really do? Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to gather some ingredients. Let's see what we've got. Nice! Paimon never...
Yeah, you can say that.
I'm afraid it's your own fault for adding all those strange ingredients, even with a trap.
But weren't you the one who added those little cake boiling cakes?
I must have...
Uh-oh.
You know, Tom...
Perhaps I think my luck is... So without further ado...
Oh, brother.
Yes, and with the extra...
Let's all take downtime is... I'll tidy things up.
There's gonna be a...
Sure, what?
Bye, Toma!
What delicious tea.
The books were more interesting in the past.
What delicious tea.